Love.
Love.
Lust.
Lust.
And that is soul.
I'm CEO Hayes. I'm one half of Love, Lust, and Badass Soul, where we break down sex, relationships, and any and everything in between. Check us out every week on UML, the Urban Mogul Life Network.
Please feel free to email us any questions that you may have. We tackle a number of different topics, from what you can do in the bedroom to spice up your relationship, to how to function in a relationship with an individual who has children, to just day-to-day dating advice.
Check us out, Love, Lust, and Badass Soul. We'll see you there.
So what's up, man?
Coolin', man.
You know what I want to hear, right?
What you want to hear?
Baby!
Yep. You know what it is. Episode 62. Buffet Boys, we back in the building. Back like we never left. We out here. You know what it is. Podcasting for the culture. Shout out to the UML Network. Shout out to Ruckus Radio Live. Couldn't rock it live this week. Rich was under the weather, but yo, we'll be back next week strong. So this week, you'll get the same old. We back. Yo. You know who it is. It's your boy Eb, the Salvadoran sensation. And as always with me, it's my main man, 100 Grand, the Hotep hustler himself, Mr. 32 Savage, Mr. Kodak Brown, Mr. Stole Your Girl gave her right back. The best import coming out of Mexico. You know I'm best as a Dutch dynamo. That's right, ladies. We going half on everything, including the baby. Vic, what's poppin', Vic?
Yeah. You know, that's one of my favorite phrases to toss around. Let's go half on the baby.
I think
that's one of my favorite shits, just to be like, hey girl.
we're gonna have to retire that one, man, because listen,
really,
it's
2018.
2018. A lot of shit we can't say no more, man. I'm starting to wonder what I'm starting to wonder what you can and can't say, because a lot of these motherfuckers.
What can we say?
Listen, every time I jump on social media now, Vic, it's like, God damn, someone's sensitive about something. Like, you can't protest, you can't rally for shit, nothing, dog.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing no more without someone coming out and talking some shit. So who knows, man? I don't know, dog. I've been listening, I've been reading, and I've been watching, and someone's always got some shit to say, dog. And it's just, you know what, Vic? I think we should just say it. So fuck it. Go half on a baby, goddammit. And if you motherfuckers don't like it, well, then don't. Fuck you. Eat a dick. Keep it moving. Go listen to something else.
Damn. You know what? It's funny because you're talking about protests and how people are getting sensitive. I don't understand how people can be out for the same cause, and this kind of plays into what happened this weekend with the March for Our Lives thing. People are out there marching for essentially the same thing, right?
Right.
And people are infighting. They're bickering with each other. I don't get it.
Over nothing.
Like, okay, look, this is the cause we're fighting for today, and yes, everyone should be in for a lot of the other causes, but this is what we're here for today. How about we focus on that?
Nah, fuck all that. Let's go.
Because without the focus, that's exactly what they want. They want it to just be, infighting. And anyway, I saw a lot of that shit, and I thought it was interesting. But
like, I get it, I understand it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's wild to me that you trying to undermine another cause to support your cause. And then it's funny because you want to call out, we got BLM out there banging and rocking, and then you got these motherfuckers talking about all lives matter. Okay, yeah, motherfucker, we know that, but we're talking specifically about Black Lives Matter. So that's all this whole March for Our Lives for kids in general, children, right? And then I saw someone post up a picture of where were you at when our kids were getting shot down at Standing Rock. I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? Like, we're not even talking about that right now. Or when Native Americans get shot down, they don't speak. Well, motherfucker, what does that mean? Am I gonna go to a BLM rally and be like, yo, well, Brown Lives Matter too? Where were y'all at? No, those are two completely different things. I'm there to support, and we support each and every one. And so get the fuck out of here with that, because you're doing the same exact shit. It's the same all lives matter bullshit, just changed. The dichotomies are completely different. I get that. One, yes, Native American lives do matter, and Native Americans and children, yeah, for the most part, I can agree that, yeah, there's not too much, there isn't too much spotlight on that. I get that.
Yeah.
But you don't go,
speaking up,
you don't go and undermine another one for that specific cause. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same shit, right? Just like the same thing we were fighting for before. You don't go to a cancer rally talk about, well, what about AIDS patients? Like, what?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. But I just thought it was interesting, man, and I don't know. Like, I think part of the problem is people are so unwilling to recognize that you can be thoughtful of multiple things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. The same way you can talk shit and watch entertainment when some tragedy's going on. Like, oh, what about these kids? And listen, motherfucker, what do you think? That's going to be my 24/7 life? No. We do all types of different shit in our fucking lives. So if I want to watch the game and talk about the game, I shouldn't have someone come out talking shit about, well, you got anything to say about the kids and such? Why? There's a time and place for everything. That's not gonna be my sole purpose. Like, I got the fuck. Imagine just being wrapped up in that shit, Vic. You'd have a sad and lowly fucking life. Like, all you worried about is tragedy all day, every day. Nah, eat a dick. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, there's time and place for everything. Just because you don't bang with it 24/7, like, yo, man, I'm getting tired of this culture, Vic. Man, I'm seeing it.
It's not even that, Eb. It's not even only that. It's the fact that people think just because you're not always saying one narrative that you're not thinking of all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we can be all about supporting brown people that are getting shot, as well as supporting black people that are getting shot, as well as the kids that are getting shot in schools. We can be supportive of all that stuff at the same time.
Absolutely.
We only have one mouth, we only have one brain, we can only speak one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So if we support all of them, how about we take the time to kind of recognize that?
That's right.
But anyway, we're starting off too spicy off the beginning.
Who cares?
We're starting off too real, too deep.
Is it too deep for
We're
everyone?
in deep already, yeah. we're in deep already. But man, we didn't even get to how you doing this weekend, man.
I'm hanging in there, man. Listen, my fucking throat is still fucked up, and one of these days I'm gonna have a What's Beef, and it's gonna be directed at Kaiser Permanente. Because listen, when I tell you, I will no longer be fucking with these motherfuckers, yo. Like, I swear to God, if anyone's looking for the best meat market, Kaiser's got you, hands down. Because I'm telling you, man, these motherfuckers get you in, they get you out. It's like, how many people can I see today? Like, that's just so whack to me, man. Especially when you, like, if you feel like you have some sort of, like, condition you want to get checked out. Like, let me tell you what's going on.
Okay.
The back of my throat's been fucked up. I don't know what it is. There's that little thing in the back of your throat. It's a little punching bag, and the shit's a little swollen. I don't know from what. It's been a few weeks now. One motherfucker told me it's this, another one told me it's that, then they said take this and we'll see if it works.
It's AIDS.
Fuck out of here. Nah. No, it's not. Nah, it ain't that.
Okay.
Right. So I go, and then they finally say, you know what, we're gonna send you to a specialist. I'm all right, cool. So I go to the specialist. I'm geeked. I'm excited because I'm thinking this guy's gonna give me the answers that I need. He's gonna check me out. Was
it the ear, nose, and throat specialist?
Yes, or wannabe specialist. This fucking bum walks in, sits down, and he's like, so tell me what's going on. And he puts his fucking he rests his chin on his hand with his fucking elbow on like one of the tables, and like, well, you seem interested. So I kind of tell him what's going on, and literally this motherfucker jumps to like, well, what we can do is we can surgically remove a piece of it. And I'm like, whoa, like, isn't that a little fucking drastic for like not being able to figure out what led to the, like, I don't go to the mechanic and just say, hey, yo, it sounds like my tires are squeaking. Yo, we can remove them if you want.
Throw them out.
Yeah. We could remove them if you want. Like, we're not going to find out why. Like, maybe there's like a ball bearing a joint. Nah, we could do that. These are your options. You could do that, or we could spray some WD-40 on it. Like, what? Anyway, long story short, I waited an hour to get seen for 7 fucking minutes with this guy. And it's been like that with almost every doctor at Kaiser, man. So I'm gonna cut this shit out after this year, and I'm gonna go straight to this PPO or this HMO, cause yo, Kaiser, fuck y'all, man. I can't even fuck with it, man. Like, no care, no compassion, no fucking empathy. I can't do it, dog. I'm done with it.
Good luck, dog. Good luck going elsewhere, man. Cause I don't know if you're gonna get a lot better treatment anywhere else. Maybe a little bit better, but
well, I think if you're able to find your own doctor, I think it's pretty dope. You know, at the very least, you can research.
Then what the fuck is it called? Tonsillectomies? Them shits ain't no joke, dog.
Oh, you had one before?
No, but I know people that have had, dog. It does not feel good.
Yeah, I heard them shits is no. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't know. To be quite honest with you, man, but you know, we'll figure it out. It is what it is. Fuck Kaiser.
Fuck Kaiser.
Fuck Kaiser.
Well, you shouldn't really say that until you get a new doctor.
What they gonna do? What they gonna do is if they take me off, then that'll give me leeway to go somewhere else. So it is what it is. But anyway, man, how's your weekend? How you doing,
Kaiser?
How you been doing?
And I'm all right, man. I don't know, dog. I've been really tired this weekend. What? I don't know, man.
It's AIDS.
Been one of them.
You got AIDS.
It's AIDS.
You got the virus.
Oh shit, yeah, I don't know, man. I just been very lethargic and I woke up today with a headache, like a hangover headache, and I didn't even drink last night. It's like, what the fuck?
Maybe catching the flu again?
Nah, I don't think so, man. I hope not, but just gotta write it out, man. Just gotta write it out. But we do have really good stories for this week, and I'm ready, Ep. I'm ready for it.
Oh. Well, yo, listen, Tekashi 6ix9ine is still in these fucking streets. He's still out here talking that wild, crazy cowboy shit, man. And I'm telling you, man, it's making a mockery of this gang shit, of this gang culture, dog. These people that have died over this shit. And this guy is just making a parody of it. So the next contestant on Who Wants to Fight Tekashi 6ix9ine is The Game. That's right. Compton's own Game finally came out, started talking some wild brazy shit. You know what I mean? He was out on stage having everyone chant fuck 6ix9ine. After The Game, the next person to jump on the train, YG out of Compton, California, letting everyone know fuck 6ix9ine and letting him know he wants all the smoke. And then Whack 100 jumped on there like, listen, I got pictures and I got shit that will end your whole career. And my thing is, why don't you just do it? What's up with all the threats? What's going on with all these threats? I thought, why don't we just put out these fucking pictures, whatever they are, whatever it is? Why don't we put them out there? Why don't you just show them?
You know what, Eb? I really don't like this guy, but you know what? We've been kind of like almost supporting this whole gang mentality and how they're getting, stolen on, how they're getting ridden on. I mean, look, the only thing I see about the whole gang life is I don't fuck with it because I don't want to fuck with it because it's dangerous. It ain't glorious. I'll tell you that much. It ain't glorious.
It isn't. We've seen too many cases where it doesn't pan out.
So we're not trying to promote that, but we're just saying, like, for being, big and scary as they're trying to be, they're letting this little fucking rainbow-haired motherfucker just, like, laugh at them pretty much.
All over the internet, man, and videos. And I'm like, where was this energy 3 weeks ago? Where were all the goons? Where were when we were waiting for it? When he was frolicking in Hollywood, dog, up and down the streets, talking wild, crazy shit. Where was all that at? Where was that? And all of a sudden, I'm like, all right. But this kid, listen, he talks a gang of shit, and he's out here and fucking swimming in pools and just fucking talking all types of shit. And I mean, we'll keep it funky, right? We'll keep it funky. If The Game ever squared up with this kid, he'd probably get fucking mopped. He probably get his ass.
Tekashi would get mopped.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
He'd get his ass fucking dumped on easily. You know what I mean? And the crazy for me, it's like, yo, if this was the 90s, whether it was in New York or whether it was in LA, he would have been got run down on. They would have. They would have fucking beat the shit out of this kid. But it's that new era, man. It's that new era. These kids get to say whatever the fuck they want without any repercussions. And back in my day, you couldn't just say whatever you wanted because there were repercussions that you didn't want.
But here's the thing, Eb. I hate to say this is the case, but that's the difference between like the real motherfuckers and loud motherfuckers. Because we just talked about the case in Mexico a couple weeks ago, where this YouTuber or Instagram or social media guy was talking shit about the cartel. They didn't go on Instagram and say, you know what, you can't run in our place, you can't run, you can't come to our city. No, they went and they handled business.
Yeah.
So a lot of this, and on top of that, the game was saying fuck 6ix9ine and he and Real Blood, this and that, from Europe. From in front of people that don't know anything that he's talking about. So they're just going to say whatever he wants to say,
Right. And I get you. I think, I'll give the game a pass because I heard his dad passed away fairly recently. So he'd been mourning that loss for quite some time. But like YG, where was YG at? Like where were the ones that hold the West Coast down? Where were they at a month ago when we were waiting to see this kid get fucking packed out? Nowhere. And now all of a sudden they just spring it up out of nowhere. And I don't fucking get it. I'll give you this much, man. I'll tell you this, Tekashi 6ix9ine is out here trolling the shit out of everyone, and he is getting paid. And I gotta respect it to some degree, because who the fuck, this kid, if this was 1999, this kid would be irrelevant. This kid wouldn't even be a topic of conversation on anything. Now he was on the Breakfast Club talking that wild shit, Vic. Wild cowboy shit.
He was saying like, "Oh, I like to be in the center of attention. I'll say whatever the fuck I want."
Blah, like,
blah, blah.
I've been saying, come and test my gangster. Like, wow.
Oh, wow.
He tell people to suck his dick, Vic.
Didn't the game release a picture of him in all blue and blue sheets and blue rag sheets? What kind of fucking? He's claiming to be a blood, right? Like, I don't care.
Now
I don't care what you are. I'm not fucking with any of that. But how can you ever have that and still claim blood?
I know, dog. I guess the culture in New York is completely different than it is out here, because it ain't. That's not the way it happens out here. But apparently, what he was saying was that he was just friends with some Crips, but he never claimed any set or whatever, and he claims blood. I don't know, dog, but yeah, I ain't never seen some shit like that. Like, that shit was wild to me. That's very confusing. It's very confusing to me, and to each his own. All I know is I gotta give it up to this guy, man, because as much as I hate the shit that he's doing and the antics, his music is borderline trash, and he's
borderline.
You know what I mean?
It's a full-on dumpster fire, dog. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of the he literally put out a song called Bloodwalk, and the one thing that pisses me off the most is the shit kind of knocks. You ever heard that? You ever heard them shits where you just like, man, I hate this shit so much, but this shit sounds so dope, and you just like, fuck this motherfucker, but goddamn, this shit's tight. And that's like an occasional Drake song or two for me. Yeah, I feel it. I get it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like your brother. Your brother hates the West Side Connection, but make sure Bow Down comes on, he out there like twisting up his fingers, like, yeah.
I don't know about that. That one, but
he lying. Don't listen to your brother. He's a liar. But yeah, man. I gotta give it up, dog. It's the kids out here. These Mexican kids, dog. They're taking over the fucking hip hop game. I don't know what it is. Tekashi, Little Pizump, and Little Xan. They out here making moves.
Let me just tell y'all. They ain't Mexicans like me. They're different kind of Mexicans. They're not me. They don't represent me. I'll just say that.
Those are your new ambassadors. Clear. Those are the new Mexican ambassadors.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh man. Well, let's continue this fucking gravy train of battles and beefs. And the biggest one of last week, Vic, which is the one that you were so excited to talk about.
We're talking about Uncle Joe. We're talking about Uncle Joe.
We're talking about Uncle Joe and the curvy like a cello. That's right.
Uncle Joe and curvy like a cello. Jesus Christ. So if y'all haven't heard yet, I don't know where you've been, but Joe Biden, our former vice president of the United States under Barack Obama, has started talking that spicy on Donald Trump. He's been all over him, pretty much saying, hey, if I went to high school with him, we take him behind the gym and we fuck him up. And believe it or not, Trump had the balls to retaliate with a tweet. And let me read the tweet real quick. So Trump said, "Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Don't threaten people, Joe."
Yo, he was talking about Joe Biden like he was Stormy Daniels. Like, relax, dog. He like, yo, Joe Biden would put the mittens on you, sir. He would get in that ass. Figuratively, and maybe literally, who knows?
So, you know what's funny? I immediately thought, let's throw politics out the window. Even though I hate Donald Trump, and I like Joe Biden a lot, let's throw it out the window for a second. If these two actually got in a fight, and I'm not talking about a boxing ring, I'm talking about just, street fight. Who would win? Who would win? Now, let me give you some stats real quick, Ed. I got some stats for you.
Let's do it.
So Donald Trump is 71 years old. He's 6'3", 239 pounds. Well,
239. That doesn't even sound
weight.
right.
That's listed weight. 239.
That's that weigh-in. That's the weigh-in weight. Now we talk about what is he coming in day of the fight, dog? That's what, 295. That's 295 at least.
So Joe Biden, he's 4 years older at 75. He's 3 inches shorter at 6 feet tall, and he only weighs 181 pounds.
I mean, damn. That's a different weight class.
Hold on. Let me give you a little more. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is he's got the reach and he's got the weight on it. Now, Trump has only been known to play high school baseball. Anything competitively, it's only been high school baseball. He plays golf and he plays tennis, a bunch of sports where you don't need to be athletic.
Oh, dodging the draft isn't a sport? I thought you needed to be very athletic for that.
Dodging the clap, as he said. But Joe Biden, Ed, he was a college football player. He was a high school baseball player, high school football player. As much as I hate to say it, I think the weight overpowers him, man.
I think the
weight in the reach.
You're right. Because listen, that football was that was at least 50 years ago. So,
and you know what? 4 years wouldn't make a difference at 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe. But at 71 versus 75.
I mean, I don't know though, because I'll be honest.
Man.
I'll be honest with you. Joe Biden looks at least 10 years younger than Donald Trump, and probably moves a lot. I don't know, dog. I mean, listen, Donald Trump is on the KFC and chicken wing diet, and Joe Biden looks like he takes his green smoothies. It looks like he takes care of his skin. And it looks like he actually, he runs every day. You know what I mean? Like, he takes care of himself, and this fucking retard looks like a fucking mess. He's wearing the stretchy what are them pants with the elastic on it so that you can like stretch into your slacks. Got the big and tall slacks.
Spanx.
He's got Spanx. Yeah, he looks like he wears Spanx.
So I think one of the questions we should ask our audience is, who do you got in a regular old street fight? With all that considered, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? I'm honestly going to say, as much as I hate him, I think Donald Trump takes him. Just that weight is too much. That reach is too much, man.
The better question would be Mike Pence and Donald Trump versus Obama and Joe Biden.
That's a wrap. Obama's light on his feet. He plays basketball, Eb.
Yeah.
He's quick.
Yeah, he looked like he got a mean rabbit punch too, so he might catch him. You never know, dog. Listen, Barry looked like he was out here, like he looked like an old time hustler. I mean, as much as as refined as he looks now, I think back in the day he was probably hustling white kids in Hawaii back in the day. And then he came out, then he came to Chicago and he caught a little bit of that Chirac shit, smoked a little K2, and I was like, oh, I see.
Don't say that about him, K2. Nah, man.
I see what you guys are doing out here. Huh?
You see, I think Barry has that jab, that little quick.
Real fast, huh? I want to see that, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind seeing some shit like that. I would love to see Donald Trump get his ass worked. Like, what they need to do? They need to bring back that whole celebrity deathmatch shit like they used to have on MTV and have that pairing. That'd be the first. That'd be some shit I'd like to see.
So, anyways, let us know on Buffet_boys on Twitter. Let us know what you think, and maybe we'll read them on the next show.
Absolutely. So the next other fight, man, one of the biggest fights that was supposed to happen this year, and now it doesn't seem like it might happen. That's right. Triple G versus Canelo.
This is a real fight. Boxing.
This is a real actual fight. Your boy Canelo has been suspended for testing positive for clenbuterol, which is a banned substance.
That sounds like a pregnancy hormone or some shit.
Well, little Cinnamon Stick is blaming it on tainted meat. Get the fuck out of here. That's like the oldest fucking excuse in the book. Like, oh man, I had some bad Kobe steak last. Like, nah, motherfucker, you been injecting your. Triple G said that he got videos and pictures showing Canelo injecting himself and having doctors inject him. And the consensus from all these other fighters, especially Jamel Charlo, who's saying that, everyone's been known that Canelo's been on that shit, that he's been injecting himself in the ass, trying to get bigger, stronger, and faster. And how do you feel about that, dog? Listen, all I know is that Mexican entertainers right now are taking mad L's, dog. Mad L's.
I gotta get to this. Why are you always trying to bring us down, Eb? You're always trying to bring my people down, Eb. Always bringing up things we don't need to bring up. Come on.
Listen, man, the hegemony is real, and you guys are by a large margin, the populace in the Latin community. So we need to make sure that we stay on top of these things. So I need to know from your lips, because you're a huge Canelo Alvarez fan.
What?
Listen,
what?
You're this type. You're the Mexican that makes it seem as though like, oh no, I play both sides. It's whoever I like. But in reality, you love to see Mexicans prosper, and even when they cheat.
I do. Why not? I love it. I love to see. Not necessarily when they cheat, but I love to see everybody prosper. And I'm a man of the people. I like to see everyone prosper.
I feel that after this show, when you're all alone and your iPod is full of Little Pump songs and full of Little Xan songs and full of Tekashi 6ix9ine songs, and you have a fake Twitter page or you like a fan page for Tekashi, dog, just talking shit to everyone like, fuck you, y'all taking L's, Tekashi all day, and put the Mexican flag behind it.
At 6ix9ine fans
at 6ix9ine
XX
XXIE fucking Fontana's finest, Tekashi's #1 fan club. Yo,
i.e. Tekashi fans 909.
Oh shit. So, and you know how you feel about this, man? How do you feel about this?
I feel about it the way that I feel about anytime I hear a sports athlete, an athlete, get caught with this. No shit. No fucking shit. Yeah. All these guys are on something, Eb. All of them.
Every single one of them. If you guys listen, and I'm glad that you got into this vid, because I want to tell everyone, all right, if you honestly, really, truly believe that professional athletes, football especially, in boxing, in UFC, in basketball, and even in soccer, and actually I would probably say more so in soccer because it's just a bigger sport all around and there's just so much money involved, are not on some shit, you are living in a fucking dream world. Because all these motherfuckers are on some shit. They're all taking some illegal shit to get bigger, stronger, faster, jump higher. And to be honest with you, Vic, I wouldn't want it any other way.
I want to be entertained. I don't pay $60 for a game for nothing.
I ain't trying to see some regular schmegular fucking random motherfuckers who work at the mall play basketball. That shit's whack. Imagine watching the WNBA, Vic, forever. No, thank you. No, thank you. Imagine. Nah, man, fuck. You know what? This is the problem, and I'll tell you right now. I can guarantee you, even feminists be like, yeah, no, that's just kind of whack. I ain't trying to see that shit. Like, ain't no one trying to see no alley-oop layups. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to see someone. The fundamentals.
The team play.
Look at that chest pass. Look at that chest pass.
It's not as selfish, Ab. The fundamentals are strong.
Look at that layup. Look at that textbook right there. That shit look like an old Jerry. Like, ain't no trying to see no Jerry West shit, dog. Who wants to see that shit? Pistol Pete Maravich, like, oh, wow. Look at the spin on the pass. Nah, man, listen. I want to see motherfuckers cock it back, dog, dick in their face. Bang, motherfucker. What you know about that? Huh? That's what I want to see.
Shit.
I want to see Kyrie Irving make kids look like fucking like morons, like fucking clowns, looking like they on skates. That's what I want to see. Ain't no one trying to see 77 chest passes, dog, and then a layup.
The thing is that I do want to watch this fight. So I think it's a shame, but I guess we'll just have to see. I mean, it sounds like they caught him. They got his ass. But I'm sure if they would have, tested Triple G at the same time or at the right time, they could catch him too. You can't catch all these guys, Ev. I'm telling you, you can catch all of them. It's just a matter of whether they were smart enough to do it at the right time.
Yeah, and I'm trying to listen, man. I'm waiting for the NBA and the NFL to legalize marijuana because there have been too many people getting caught up over some simple bullshit because they want to get high during the off season. What's the problem? Let these fucking guys do what they want to do. Like, seriously, my thing is, the NFL and the NBA really think they're tainting their image because their players smoke weed. Yo, my man, you got people out here beating the shit out of women, fucking driving recklessly, getting into accidents with no problems.
All they would have to do, Ed, is take it off the books and don't make a big deal about it. Just take it out the rule book.
Yeah, simple and plain. Like, oh shit, Kevin Durant got caught with weed. Be like, oh, okay, all right, man. Listen, man, let that motherfucker smoke. Let him smoke his blunt, man. He
got joint pains. He's tall. Give him a break.
You tell me all them long, with especially his lanky ass, man, I know his bones ache. That kid. And when you that tall and that skinny, you gotta eat, dog. So he gotta please smoke a bleezy real quick. Take a fucking pizza. Like, what is the problem? Like, who are you hurting? If they're not hurting nobody, what does it matter? Why does I think the thing is what it is, man. Is all these old white individuals who own these companies still see weed as bad as fucking cocaine or Sherm or LSD. And it's just like, it's not.
Madden syndrome, It's that Madden syndrome.
It's that, like,
thinking about it, and they
think they're gonna start raping people, like, or they have this misconception that just because you smoke weed, you're gonna be looking like what's old boy from Half Baked, the white guy that they think should be.
Fuck,
whatever,
I can't remember his name.
Whatever the guy's name, but in Half Baked, the white guy
Jim Brewer.
He stay high out of his fucking mind, right? Like, you really, like, ain't no one to go see that shit. Imagine a bunch of zombies playing basketball like that. It's just chest passes.
The thing is that these guys are not going to do it to the point where they can't play basketball.
Yeah, they
still need to make their money
to chill. They probably smoke it to chill, to get away from that fast life. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, let it go. Who gives a fuck? But again, listen, we got off topic. Canelo, man, I'm trying to. I want to see the fight for sure. I definitely want to see it because the first one, hands down, Triple G won that shit. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Everyone's trying to make. This is the one. Man, I hate that shit. I hate watching fights and someone always coming out. Well, honestly, the way Ivy, shut the fuck up. The way you viewed it was that Golovkin won the fight. Okay, and if you're like, well, I could have easily given him. Well, you didn't, motherfucker. Okay, you could have, but you didn't. He won the fight. fair and
Well,
square.
Eb, honestly, the way I
I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit with a passion, dog. I hate watching a fight.
it
where
was a
you
good
just
fight, though. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight, but Triple G won that fight, man. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it a buck. He won that fight. You're like, nah, I can't go against my Mexican
I
brother.
guess I can't really.
Yeah, I see it, big. Mexicans stick together.
My brownness won't allow me to admit that. it won't allow me.
Yo, the worst part is that Canello stayed talking that shit, dog. He's like Tekashi 6ix9ine. He just stayed talking shit.
Eb. That's what athletes are supposed to do, Eb.
Talk
That's
shit.
what athletes are supposed to do. Talk shit.
Yeah, I guess. But he stayed talking that spicy shit. Like, yeah, you ain't nothing. You clearly saw I beat his ass. I'm like, what? Get out of here. He sound like one of the Mexican luchadors. Like, come on, man. Stop it already. Just go show it. Go hands down beat this guy and get off the shit. Get off the fucking tainted. Get off the tainted meat. Get off the tainted al pastor.
That's what it was, dog. It was a fucking little roach coach he went to, dog. Ate some fucking bad dog meat, dog.
Anyway, but yo, and lastly, the other biggest story here where we're pairing up people against each other. So Johnny Manziel, I guess, tried out for about 12 to 13 football teams. I want to say they came out to view and pass, and I'm like, why? Like, why is this guy even mentioned still?
Eb,
But
you want to know why?
Why is that? Is it that white skin?
Because white people deserve a second chance. And
That
people
white
are calling
privilege.
that.
Is
Yes.
that white privilege? White privilege.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it doesn't hurt that your father is a millionaire as well? Yes?
Yeah, no, that doesn't hurt at all. Doesn't hurt.
Wow.
It's
So-
funny because Cap has never really said anything terrible. He's just kind of been quietly doing his thing. He's even said that he doesn't hate cops, and he just kind of, he sees the injustices in certain places, and, he's speaking up for those people, doing everything the right way. And Johnny Manziel was just an asshole his whole life, and he proved himself to be an asshole on the football field too.
Yeah.
And he's getting a second chance. I saw on the NFL Network's YouTube, they had Johnny Manziel's what do they call it, career day or quarterback day or it's like a draft day that they usually have for rookies, but they gave him one.
Wow.
That shit's
Nice.
fucking wild. That shit's wild to me.
I need to know what this fucking guy proved on the football field that Kaepernick didn't fucking surpass multiple times.
The only thing I would say about Manziel, Ed, the only thing I would say that would be even remotely somewhat in favor of him is that, sure, he played like shit, but he also played for the Browns.
That would have been even more reason for him to shine.
Nah. Not when you have brown receivers and brown offensive linemen.
Hey, chill, dog. We need to.
I'm not talking about Browns. I'm talking about the Browns, not actual brown people.
Well, you got Mexican receivers and you got Mexican running backs and shit. You got Mexican linemen. Like, what do you expect? You
You got a Salvadorian linebacker.
You got a Salvadorian kicker. Like, what do you expect?
I'm just saying, like, it was the Browns, Ed. It was the Browns.
But I'm not going to hang my hat on that. That's an NFL football team, dog. I don't give a fuck what no one says. That's still a professional football team.
Sure, but he's going against other NFL football players.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The point is, you're telling me that 5'8", 182-pound Johnny Manziel is more of a draw than 6'4", 237-pound fucking Colin Kaepernick, who runs faster, jumps higher, throws better, doesn't get an opportunity? Yeah. Get out of here, man.
I mean, we obviously know what's going on. We know what's going on.
I'll tell you this much. Last year, people were trying to protest the NFL, right? They're saying, don't watch it, don't do it. I would be hard-pressed to continue watching the NFL if Johnny Manziel got a second chance to play football and Colin Kaepernick didn't. That would be a very tough pill to swallow. Unless the Raiders made it to the Super Bowl. Other than that,
I mean, I'm still going to watch Raiders games, but not NFL games.
Not NFL games. If the Raiders had a winning record, I don't know, it might be a little difficult. I'd still be on the sideline like, yo, man, it's fucked up what they did to Cap, but yo, these Raiders right now, these motherfuckers rolling.
You know what's funny? I wonder how many Eagles fans that were on board with this protests of the NFL last season broke it like 5 games in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Listen, it's really it sounds nice. It sounds nice that y'all gonna be out here protesting. Stop it.
And I see what y'all doing. No, I see what y'all doing. I look, I commend you, but you're stronger people than me. Because I love me some football. I love me some football, Eb. I can't.
That's what they want you to do.
It's something that's ingrained in my life.
Yeah. But still, man, like I'm telling you, it'd be kind of difficult, really, at this point, if Johnny Manziel, who has proven nothing, absolutely nothing in the NFL, would get a starting job, or even a fucking backup gig over Colin Kaepernick.
And proven to be an asshole and a piece of shit off the field.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what it is, man. The only people that get breaks in this country, well, we'll leave it at that. But along those same lines, man, this Austin Bomber was they actually didn't get caught. He fucking killed himself, right? Mark Anthony Condit, 23 years old, of Pflugerville, Texas, was the man responsible for the terrorism that he was causing in Austin, Texas, by sending he was actually sending these packages to black people, right? He was sending them all to only black people with a high social
prestige,
standard.
Social prestige. Yeah.
So he was sending them packages with bombs.
So essentially what he was doing was he was first couple packages he would drop them on their doorstep. He didn't send them through the mail. He would do it himself. He would drop it on the doorstep, and then they would open the package and it would explode. After the second one, I think the third bombing was a tripwire, which blew up and hurt a Latino woman, and the last 2 were sent through FedEx.
Wow.
So that's how they caught him. They caught him wearing pink gloves and a blonde wig at a FedEx store.
Yeah, that's not gonna tip nobody off.
That's how it kind of got on it. Why do you need pink gloves when you're going into drop off a package? That's a big tip off.
Dog, anyway, if you went to a 7-Eleven with pink gloves and a fucking blonde wig, I'd be like, seriously, this motherfucker don't look right.
But first of all, I mean, we got to call it what it is. He's a terrorist, right?
Yeah, I think that's what we need to start. Not an Austin bomber. He's not. No, he's a fucking terrorist. If it was anybody else, if it was a Muslim, if it was anything, anyone who's
don't even start.
Anyone who sends,
it would have been off after the first one. That would have been the biggest, and Trump would have been fucking
all over. This is why we need to close down our borders. This is why we need to have that's why we need to fucking stop anyone from flying up in here, dog. Like, nah, get out of here. This guy was a terrorist. What do you call someone who sends bombs to kill people, specifically Americans, and then kills himself by blowing himself up?
Well, let me tell you what the police
sheriff,
chief,
the
sheriff of Austin said, or he said that it was an outcry of a very challenged young man. I mean, who else gets the benefit of the doubt that way?
I've never in my life. This is the problem. The motherfucking problem is this piece of shit was, and I'm gonna call the sheriff, piece of shit. Okay. You piece of shit. You are trying to normalize and humanize a fucking terrorist who was attacking American citizens. Yep. So this fucking idiot left a 25-minute video recording of himself talking about how he essentially made the bombs, right? Mm-hmm. And as Vic stated, the sheriff stated, or he basically said, it was an outcry of a very challenged young man talking about challenges in his personal life. Challenges in his challenges are who's gonna babysit for me this weekend. Challenges are, damn, how the fuck am I gonna pay rent this weekend? Challenges are, goddamn, I got 3 papers to write. This motherfucker was a terrorist. Okay, yeah. He was a murderer. So for you to humanize and to essentially normalize an individual, like, I'm telling you right now, dog, it's like, what else do you need? But so we don't call that terrorism, right? Bombing innocent Americans and then blowing himself up, which in my mind, that sounds like textbook. That's textbook terrorism to me. Meanwhile, we have a young man in the sack getting blasted 20 times. But rather than paint a picture of a struggling father of two, I'm sure the questions are probably going to be, well, why was he running away from the police?
Why was he not complying? Yeah. And okay, Eb, you know what? I've been waiting for this moment, Eb, because since the Parkland shooting in Florida, since then we decided, at least the right wing has decided, that it's okay to attack police now, right? It's okay to call them cowards, and it's okay to call them whatever in that incident, right?
Blue Lives Matter only name now.
Can we start calling them cowards when they shoot an innocent, unarmed person of color?
Nah.
A black man, a brown man, can we call them cowards?
Nope.
Can we call these motherfuckers cowards? Because we've been calling them cowards all along, and not until it affects you are you okay with that.
Yeah.
But then when it happens again, just like it did in Sacramento, shot 20 times by 2 officers. They unloaded 10 shots each.
Yep.
Unarmed. They don't even know for sure that was the guy that they were chasing.
I mean, they had a helicopter over the guy. They got a fucking what was that, infrared fucking night camera on the guy, so they knew exactly where he was at the whole time, chasing him in the dark. Like, as a police officer, like, the reason they were chasing was because he was busting windows. Right? Are you really ready to put yourself in the line of danger because the guy was busting windows? I mean, did you know this guy was was he a motherfucker who was on the run for fucking raping 20 women and killing somebody? Like, really? Like, yo, let the helicopter catch him, you know, surround him, fucking get a perimeter going. Listen, it's like, when are we going to call a fucking spade a spade? And I was torn, Vic. I was torn for a quick second because I was thinking, listen, what's a motherfucker doing running away? You know what I mean? Like, if I was running away, I'm probably going to get down. But nah, man, fuck all that. The guy had a fucking cell phone in his hand, and these guys were just ready. Yeah, they were telling him to fucking calm down and sit. But yo,
have you seen the video?
I did see the video. I did see the video. It was dark as fuck. It was dark as fuck.
Like 2 seconds after they say, "Put your hands up," these just start unloading on him.
Because apparently they thought his iPhone was a pistol.
So when you comply, when you end up complying, they shoot you anyways.
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that? That's the injustice that we're talking about.
Listen,
even when you comply, it's still a murder sentence. It's still a death sentence. It's fucking bullshit.
My thing is a guy went into a school and shot up 17 kids and they arrested him peacefully. Another motherfucker shot up a fucking church, no fucking problems. This kid breaks a fucking window and is running from the police at night and he gets blasted 20 times. And like I said, I can kind of understand, like, yo, you know, the position that you put yourself in. You know, it's fucking dark, it's late as fuck, you're running away. You know what I mean? It's easier to just say, fuck it, I'm gonna give up. But maybe this guy was just trying to run away, and it's not like he was running away, like he was running towards him. It looked like he was trying to jump over the fence on the other side as he was running, but they caught him. And again, what's that all about? You know what I mean? Like, what do you, at this point now, it's like, this motherfucker was challenged sending bombs and killing people. This kid was busting windows and he gets shot 20 times. So what picture are you gonna paint? What are you gonna say now? Why was he running? Right? Fuck that. That's the same question you always hear. Why didn't he comply? Why didn't he just, fuck out of here. Get all the way the fuck out of here. You know what it is. It's always been that. And yo, I'm telling you right now, man, the Bay, they got a big issue, dog. The LAPD has been a big problem out here, and it continues to be a big problem. But with the emergence of social media and Los Angeles not really being what Los Angeles used to be in the 80s and the 90s, we're seeing more and more and more cities around the United States showing the injustices that the system has put in place. And yo, San Francisco, Oakland, listen, man, the PD out there is no fucking joke. Those motherfuckers look like they are. I mean, and it's been proven, the systemic racism in the police departments up there.
Yep.
Fucking, you get videos, testimonies, fucking audio. Like, what else do you need to see? Like, and it just goes back. Well, not all of them. Well, if it's not all of them, why aren't the rest of them not saying anything? You know what I mean? Like, yo, it boggles my mind, man, that you got motherfuckers out here caping for a fucking terrorist and some kid who was busting windows gets blasted 20 times.
Yep. But anyway, I think we should recognize the people that were lost in Austin. Anthony Stephen House and Draylon Mason. They lost their lives to this fucking piece of shit. And
This challenge terrorist who's going through such a rough time. This guy was going through such a rough time that he decided to go blow people up. Damn. Think about that. That motherfucker was having such a challenging time in his life that he decided to go kill people. Eat a fucking dick, you fucking piece of shit. All of y'all, man, for real. Like, seriously, think the words that came out of this motherfucker's mouth. A challenged young man who was going through a challenging time, who decided to go commit murder and terrorism. Damn. It must be good, Vic, to be remembered that way. I wish somebody would have sympathy for me if I went on a fucking murdering spree.
Not me, Ed. It won't be me. I won't.
Damn, you ain't gonna pour no liquor.
And I know you. And I know you.
You ain't gonna split a Dutch and pour some liquor for me, Vic? Like, damn, man. Ed, yo, he was a real one. I mean, he killed like 50 people, but yo, man, he was going through some shit. His throat hurt.
He had AIDS.
God damn it, man. God damn it. God damn it. God damn you, motherfucker.
Anyway. Oh shit.
Yo, hey man, New York has been going through some shit, yo. New York has been going through they've been going through a rough patch, literally.
Shit.
They've been hit with this nor'easter, which is for those who don't know, it's essentially like a macro scale cyclone. So it's like a little cyclone giving you gusts of winds, rain, snow, all types of shit. And usually they get like a couple, right? Maybe like one, and they're spread out between October and like March. These motherfuckers been hit 4 times in 3 weeks. There's no laughing matter, Vic. There's no laughing matter.
It is a laughing matter. Because in my head, I'm like, it's just a whole lot of nope for me. Like, all that snow? Nope. Yeah. Don't want to deal with that shit.
Listen, you want seasons, you got them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. New Yorkers love them seasons, and New York's the best at everything. I'm just saying, hey, we ain't get that. Our bad days are like half an inch of rain. Those are our bad weather days.
Those are our fucked up weather days. Yeah, like, you know what, Vic? It's been raining out here. I think with the last 2 weeks, right, on and off. And there was a day,
like the last 4 weekends in a row.
Yeah, and it was a day where it just rained literally all day. But yo, listen, when that happens, we out here, dog, bubble goose and ski masks, and we were just like, yo, you coming out? Like, nah, man, I don't know if I can, bro. It's sprinkling outside. Yo, them clouds is looking murk, though. Them clouds is looking a little testy right now. They look like they getting reckless.
I just washed my car.
God damn it. Yeah, seriously. That's how, what's fucked up is that motherfuckers on the East Coast gotta warm their shit up for 40 minutes before they can leave, or they put what's the thing that they put on their engine to keep the engine warm?
Yeah, man, I don't remember what it's called.
I forgot what that is, but yo, you gotta shovel snow, throw salt on your sidewalk, you gotta warm your shit up for at least 20 minutes, wasting all that gas. And we out here like, oh man, these fucking clouds, these looking no joke, yo. I might have to change my fucking windshield wipers in a week or so. Woo. Like, I couldn't even fathom having to wake up an hour and a half early to go and shovel some fucking snow, dog. Nah.
Not even for traffic. Imagine if it snowed out here with traffic and the snow.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
Wake up damn near like 6 hours before work.
California would turn into Wisconsin. It'd be nobody here. It'd be like, yo. I said Wisconsin, not Milwaukee.
Okay.
Not specifically Milwaukee. I just said Wisconsin. The bad parts, the ugly parts, the wag parts. Not Milwaukee, like the wag parts. But I'm saying, like, imagine, Vic, if LA had to deal with snow, we wouldn't be the thriving state that we are. We wouldn't be the #1 state in the entire United States, and that's right, that includes New York. Why? Because we make more money. We have everything down here. Everything's with it. You can do whatever you want. You can do
agriculture. We got entertainment. We got everything. We got everything. We got sports.
And it's all spread out too. Like, if you want, you can go to the beach. If you want, you can go up to the mountains. If you want, you could go anywhere. You go to Vegas. You can do whatever you want. It's all there, and you can go right back home. You know what I mean? But if there was snow out here, yo, fuck it. We'd be Fresno. The entire state of California would be Fresno. Just boring as fuck. You're like, oh shit.
Hey, we're gonna have a bunch of Derek Cards out here. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, bunch of big head fucking Spike from the Toy Story looking motherfuckers. That's all we'd be out here just looking crazy. But yeah,
crystal
man,
meth everywhere. A lot of crystal meth.
No, but yeah, man. So New York was hit with their fourth new nor'easter in 3 weeks, and it was closing schools down, making shit rough for people to work. Yo, that shit is whack, dog. I need to understand how do you survive? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like they said that the Bronx got hit with 7 inches of snow, Brooklyn 12, Queens 13. Manhattan 8, and Staten Island 13 inches of snow. Like, yo, we bug out when we get like 2 inches worth of rain out here
in a week.
In a week, yeah. We bugging like, god damn, y'all. I hope the rivers are okay, because listen, I hope the LA rivers fight.
Eb, imagine no Chucks, no Vans. You can't wear none of that shit out.
Man, them white boys with no slippers, like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
No sandals.
No thong sandals. Yeah, man, what are they gonna do? Yeah, man, it's just wild. Like, it's funny, we Nason and a dude from Ruckus Radio, they got on the IG Live last night, and I joined in for a little bit, and they were talking, like Nason was sitting outside. And if you've seen him, right? You remember he sits outside of the house, smokes his L real quick, and he joins in. And he had like a hoodie and a hat. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing outside, dog? It's fucking cold as fuck. Like, you need to be inside, dog. Like, it's fucking freezing. And then the dude was like, what are y'all talking about? I was like, yo, what's the weather out there like? And I'm like, yo, it's like 60 out here right now. And he's like, what? He's like, that's shorts weather. I was like, man, fuck that. That's bubble goose and like beanie weather. We staying at the crib weather.
Got me looking like NBA YoungBoy with a fucking ski mask and shit.
For real, man. This dude was like, yeah, man, we're in long johns. I was like, long johns? Listen, man, the last time I wore long johns was when I went to Big Bear. And I was like, this shit ain't for me. I can't do this. Give me 2 days of some snow. No, sir.
Yo, that's that Mormon life right there. They always gotta wear them long johns all the time.
I'm Coochie Frito, dog. I'm not doing that. I'm all right. We good. Give me 60. Give me 60 in my parka, and I'm straight.
Dang. Yo, but stay safe out there, y'all. Yeah, it's wild. Like, I don't know how y'all even drive out there. I know it's probably a skill to be able to drive in the snow and the ice like that. Fuck.
Nope.
I can just imagine the freeways out here. But anyway, stay safe, New York. But anyway, let's keep on talking about this fucking crazy shit. And we've been doing a lot of verses this week, right?
Well,
like this person versus that person.
Oh, that person.
And just spitting flows. Nah, talking about, like, we've had the Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. We had the Canello versus Triple G.
Yeah.
Now this one is Ben Carson versus his wife. Because he is talking some fucking wild shit, Eb, and he's trying to backtrack it now, Eb. He's trying to backtrack it. So if y'all didn't hear about this, Ben Carson, which is the Secretary of HUD, redid his office, right? And fair enough, all of the secretaries and all those people in office jobs like that usually get to redecorate their office. Now, apparently there was a dining room, and apparently, according to him, there was nails sticking out of chairs and shit. So he told his wife, hey, why don't you remodel this and get back to me? And his wife chose, apparently, according to Ben Carson, a $31,000 dining set.
God damn, what was that shit, Supreme? Like, what the fuck do you need? $31,000 dining set.
Now, if you want to pay for that for yourself, no big deal, right?
None.
But this was paid out of taxpayers' money.
Yo.
So that's the problem, man.
The bigger problem, let me tell you what the bigger problem was. The bigger problem was that apparently it's over $26,000 that they actually get allotted. So he only gets allotted $5,000 to do the redecorating for his entire shit, dog. Entire thing. So he was $26,000 over budget on the dining room set alone. alone.
Yeah,
But
he said that he said that his office only cost like $2,600 or something like that.
Yeah, right, dog. The chair cost $2,600. Yo, this is the bigger thing was Ben Carson was out here talking that wild shit.
Ben Carson
talking about he was out here like, yo, that wasn't even me. You need to go holler at Candy, which is his wife. And that's listen, rule nombre uno, Vic. You know what it is. No one never let no one know how much dough you hold. Okay,
exactly.
And so the first thing he did was throw his wife under the bus. You fucking sucker ass motherfucking wing ding. I cannot believe that instead of taking that shit on the chin like a man, you had to throw in your Mrs. Potato Head face ass wife and throw her under the bus.
You see, Ab, if his wife was a real one, Ab, she would make sure that this guy spent a little money on a fucking couch because he's gonna have to sleep on that motherfucker for throwing her under the bus.
Yeah, yo,
that shit was fucking ridiculous. You old droopy dog ass motherfucker. How you throw your wife under a bus?
Like
fucking slow talking motherfucker. You on like some kind of fucking sedative. You on Quaaludes or something, motherfucker.
You need to talk to Candy. Like, nah, man, we need to talk to you, motherfucker. That ain't Candy's job. That's Ben Carson's job. What the fuck is going? Yo, this lets you go, dog. This is how uber right Republicans treat their wives. They throw them under the bus any second they can go.
Yep. So TMZ caught up to Ben Carson, and they asked him about the furniture. You know, they're like, hey, you know, did you think the furniture was really nice, or did you like it? And he said, and I'm gonna try to use his voice. Well, we don't have any furniture. Furniture was returned.
That's Snuffleupagus' voice.
$0 spent.
Zero. Wow.
I need to be a little more sleepy with it, but that's as good as it gets.
Sound like Eeyore. Yo, man, like okay, listen, fine. It didn't go through. My biggest thing right now is how the fuck, as a grown ass man, as a man married to your wife for, they said 43 years. How do you throw your wife under the bus, motherfucker? Like, she ain't the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. You are, you fucking moron. You are, you fucking wing. Like, how do you? Oh man, this guy's such a fucking herb, dog. I swear to God. How do you go out and throw your whiz under the bus, Vic? Listen, even if it wasn't fault,
does he have a sister as a wife, or is he married to some white woman?
I mean, I guess you can debate, but nah, yeah, she looked like Mrs. Potato Head, Vic.
She got olive skin at least.
She not white, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, all right. So how you gonna throw a sister under the bus like that?
Hey, listen, she came out defending her man. She said, "Listen, I read all the stories and everyone trying to bring us down, but listen, we're celebrating our 43 years of marriage. And you're celebrating 43 years of this motherfucker throwing you under the bus.
Yo, she's a real one though, Ed. Yeah, she's a real one, Ed.
She ain't no real one, dog. She know where the real money coming from. That's what she is.
So what? That's a real one. That's a real one.
Yo, listen.
Yo, still said the right thing, Ed. And he's over here acting like a fucking herb. Just fucking. Oh man, I cannot stand this guy, dog.
So my question to everyone is: Have you ever done something and blamed it on your significant other? If so, why? Because as a man, I'm thinking, listen, man, I gotta take, like, as a man, you're supposed to protect your family, right? Protect your wife and your kids. So he knows what it is, dog. He knows no one likes him. He knows no one in the Black Caucus likes him. He knows no one in the POC caucus likes his ass. So how do you throw your wife knowing that the backlash that you're gonna get? At first it was like, yo, you know what? Damn, how's she out here just spending that bread? And then it turned into like, damn, how the fuck you throw your wife under the bus, you fucking weenie? And it's true. How do you blame that on your wife, dog? Like, you take that on the chin. Even if it was true. As a man, you gotta man up and be like, yeah, you know, I fucked up. And you take the L.
They could have done the same thing they did anyways without him having to throw his wife under the bus. He's been like, oh, you know what? I didn't understand exactly how it worked. You know, everything was returned. There was no money spent. No big deal, right? You still get some heat But now you're out here just throwing your wife under the bus, throwing anyone, throwing your girlfriend under the bus, throwing.
I don't know, but I mean, you can throw. You definitely throwing the side chick under the bus with no regard. Like, yo, listen,
if you never want to hit it again, dog.
That's all good. That's what she's a side chick, Vic. You throw them quickly.
You're right. What was I thinking?
Listen, bitch. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's a wrap for you. Okay, you have to take this from me.
You gotta let them know ahead of time, though. You see, at least you're letting them know ahead of time, man.
I mean, listen. I'm not a cold blooded person like that. I'm gonna still let you know. There's some motherfuckers out there this way. She did it. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't even me. I'm gonna let you know. Listen, bitch.
Listen, girl.
Listen,
I'm
bitch.
gonna tell them all that you spent this money.
Okay.
You about to take this rap.
You about to take it for me, all right?
Let me know when you out.
You love daddy, right? You love daddy? You do anything for daddy, right? Okay.
You love daddy. You love daddy?
You love daddy. You do anything for me, right? Yes, daddy. Yeah. All right, cool. That bitch did, not me. And those are the chronicles of Iceberg Slim. Pimp.
You cold as fuck, man. Yo, you love daddy, right?
You love daddy, right? You do anything for daddy, right? All right. You about to take this bid, bitch. All right. Yeah, she did it.
And anyway, I think that's about it for this week, right? Oh man, well, let us know, Buffet Boys or Buffet_Boys on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also find us on our website, BuffetBoysPodcast.Tk, because we can't afford it.com yet. You can also find us on UrbanMogulLife.com. You can also find us usually on Sundays at Ruckus Radio Live on YouTube. And shout out to all the UML. And that's it for us this week, man.
Yeah, you know what it is, episode 62. We out here banging for the culture. Support your local minorities. Big shout out to the UML Network, Poindexter, Maul himself, El Fatah, all you brothers out there. Appreciate you banging with us. Shout out to Ruckus Radio Live. Nason, what's popping, my G? We out here. Rich, thank you for holding it down. Sorry that you were a little under the weather. Sorry it was a miscommunication, but we're going to be back next week doing our thing live again on Ruckus Radio Live on YouTube. But yo, listen, we're going to be back next week as always, bringing more fucking content for you and all that good shit. No. We're gonna be back next week, podcasting for the culture, bringing more knowledge for your brain, more culture for your soul, and more bullshit for your week. It's your boy, the Salvadoran Sensation, La Semilla de Marañón.
It's your boy, Vic.
Peace.